Experienced New Jersey Medicaid trust lawyer the Matus Law Group explains that long-term care costs can quickly drain savings, and insurance premiums may be too high. A Medicaid Asset Protection Trust, MAPT, is a legal arrangement that holds income and property so they are not counted when New Jersey evaluates Medicaid eligibility. By placing extra assets into this type of trust, individuals can qualify for Medicaid benefits while preserving what they own for their families. A MAPT functions by separating resources from the applicant's estate. The income from the trust can cover certain expenses, and whatever remains goes to beneficiaries after the grantor dies. Creating such a trust requires naming a trustee to manage the assets and designating beneficiaries. The principal beneficiary cannot be the grantor, or else the assets may still count for eligibility purposes. Because these trusts must follow strict rules, the value of consulting an experienced Medicaid trust lawyer. Avoiding common mistakes, frequent errors people make when planning for Medicaid. Waiting too long to establish a trust can be costly. New Jersey has a 5-year look-back period, and asset transfers made too close to applying can result in penalties. Using a revocable trust rather than an irrevocable one is another pitfall, because revocable trusts leave control with the grantor and therefore do not protect assets. The Matus Law Group advises naming an independent trustee. If the applicant or spouse serves as trustee, Medicaid may still count the property. Failing to transfer property titles and accounts into the trust leaves those assets exposed. A knowledgeable attorney can help avoid these mistakes and keep the trust compliant with changing laws. Look-back period and asset transfer rules. When someone applies for Medicaid, the state reviews financial records for the previous 5 years to ensure that assets were not transferred to qualify. Transfers of property for less than fair market value during this period can trigger a penalty and delay benefits. Certain transfers are allowed. Assets may be given to a spouse, a minor or disabled child, or a trust benefiting a disabled person under 65 without penalty. A home may also be transferred to a child who lived there and provided care that kept the applicant out of a facility. Because the rules are strict, working with a qualified attorney to understand which transfers are permitted and how to plan effectively. Income and resource limits. Medicaid eligibility depends on both income and assets. For 2025, married applicants for long-term services and supports may have no more than $2,000 in non-excluded resources. The spouse who is not applying can keep a certain share of the couple's assets, up to a set cap. Individuals whose monthly income exceeds the threshold may create a qualified income trust, sometimes called a Miller Trust, to divert a portion of income into a separate account. The Matus Law Group notes that these figures are updated regularly and that careful planning is needed to stay within the limits. Why seek legal help? Although some people fear that hiring a lawyer will cost more than handling the process themselves, experienced attorneys can actually save money. Filing for Medicaid without guidance can lead to mistakes that delay eligibility or require costly corrections. A skilled lawyer can ensure that applications are accurate, navigate the look-back rules, and suggest strategies such as Medicaid-compliant annuities to preserve income. The Matus Law Group has helped families with Medicaid trust planning and elder law issues for years. The firm emphasizes that New Jersey regulations change regularly, so ongoing legal advice is important. Understanding the income limits, penalty periods, and eligibility rules allows families to protect what they have earned. A competent attorney can explain these requirements and design a plan that meets legal standards. For more information or to schedule a consultation with a trusted law firm, contact the Matus Law Group at 732-281-0060 or visit 81 East Water Street, No. 2C, Toms River, New Jersey, 08753, United States. The law firm is ready to guide clients through Medicaid trust planning and help them preserve their assets for the future.